Ya 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 da 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 dum. Ay ay ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ay 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 ya da ya da 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 dum. Yai da hi da 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 da, yai da hi da, yai da da, ya da 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 da, yai da 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 da, ay ya hi ya ya, ya da da. Ya da 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 dum. Ay ya ya da da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da dum. Ya da. Boker Tov, good morning. It is Tuesday. I'm not usually here with you on Tuesday. Yesterday, we just had a monsoon rain if you're in our area. It was crazy yesterday at the funeral and an unveiling. I was covering Rabbi Jenn. 2 things at one time, 3 things at one time if we include this. It was total chaos, but everything worked out, thank God. Rabbi Jenn is feeling under the weather, so I'm here in his place for today. And then we'll see what tomorrow brings, but probably you'll see me back here tomorrow, and then you'll see him on Thursday, and you'll see me on Friday, and both of us Friday night. And so we are in the week of Re'eh. Seeing, to see, is a spiritual practice. The choice to notice what's around you, the choice to notice a blessing. And so we call that ayin tova, a generous eye. The first word of this week's parsha hoping there's not truth to the fact that you couldn't hear me. Can somebody just comment on that? Because this teaching was really good, which means I'm going to disconnect and restart. If you didn't get sound, can somebody just confirm for me whether or not there was sound? All right, so I have to go back and re-record the whole thing. Is that what Rabbi J's texting me also? Oh, yes, he did say that. All right, well, you can hear me now, which is great. But when did the sound go out? Was there ever any sound? I guess that's the question. Okay, the sound went off for most of it. So I'm gonna just restart. Instead of logging off again and starting it again, I will just reteach it. How's that sound? And if you don't have time to stay on with me, I'm not sure what happened to the sound. If it started and it stopped, it's kind of strange, but I believe you if you can't hear me. All right, so I'm going to start again. And hopefully the most meaningful part is that we learn something together. So as we begin this week together, yesterday was a washout, quite literally a washout. I had to cover a funeral for Rabbi J, who was feeling under the weather. I had an unveiling at the same time, which I had to push back. It was buckets of rain. And so that was a crazy morning. Fortunately, the weather did turn around, but obviously not while I was out working. So that's never fun. And then I'm here with you today. He's recovering. I don't know, some sort of virus. And tomorrow's Wednesday. I will be with you tomorrow. Rabbi J will be with you Thursday. I need to be with a friend. And Friday, I will be back. And then Friday night, we'll be together. So you'll have ample time to have both of us, lots of opportunities to connect and to learn together. So as we enter this week's Parsha Re'eh, we're learning or having a deeper understanding about seeing as a spiritual practice. The choice to notice a blessing, to have generous eyes, ayin tova. So the very first word of this week's Parsha is surprisingly simple. Re'eh. See. Not listen, not understand, not believe, simply to see. Moses stands before the people as they prepare to enter the promised land and says, see, I place before you today blessing and curse. It's kind of weird way to start a conversation, because blessing and curse aren't blessings, or blessing and curse aren't physical things that you could just pick up. Hey, today I'm choosing a blessing, I'm gonna pick it up. It is the way that we experience the world. So maybe Moses is reminding us that before we choose how to live, we first have to choose how to see. There's a old-time expression that says two people can look through the same window. One sees mud and the other sees stars. The window's the same, but the difference is the perspective. Some of us look at life the way we think we see it, and that for us looks like our reality. Where other people might check into our social media and say, oh my God, it's the best life ever. Look at that Instagram life. Look at that. Wow, those people are on vacation. Those people have all this money. This person has a great job, whatever. And meanwhile, at home, those people have no money because they're in debt. They're miserable in their marriage. Their kids are rotten, whatever it is. This is just an example. The way we see things is perspective, right? Today, I dropped Ellis off for the bus. And I saw one of the moms who I haven't seen in a while. She also has a child Ellis's age, though he was held back because of his birthday. So he's entering kindergarten. Ellis is going to first grade, but she also has twin girls, a year older than Goldie and Hazel. And so we were talking just about how they have such different personalities. And I said, "Oh, are you keeping them together in school? Like, what is your plan as you see it?" And she said, eventually maybe I'll split them up. We'll see how it is. But, like with twins or with kids that are close in age, or even just with multiple children, every child has their own personality. And because they're twins, one is very headstrong and is in control, and one is, a little more timid, a little bit more easygoing, not as headstrong, etc. And I said, it's a blessing and a curse that they have each other. So it's like when someone's doing something wrong, they're both doing something wrong. It's a curse. But the blessing is that they truly have each other and they learn from each other and they do great things. And, there's a way to look at every situation through a generous eye. It's a blessing. It could be a curse at times. It's not always a curse. There are blessings within it. So it's whichever way you choose to look at it. The Torah never promises us a life without hardship. If anything, it promises us quite the opposite. That life will contain joy and disappointment, celebration and grief, all of the opposites, certainty and uncertainty. And that's always been true. I mean, that's our history. But even within that reality, Moses tells the people, look carefully, because blessing is often present in places we might overlook. Sometimes blessings look like answered prayers. Oh my God, thank you. Sometimes it looks like a friend who called at exactly the right moment. The strength you didn't know you had. A child laughing in the next room. There's nothing better. I mean, some people are anti-iPad, but around this house, this is how we get by sometimes. There's nothing better than hearing, like Ellis will be on his iPad and I'll be doing something else and he's belly laughing. There's nothing better than that sound. Or the girls are watching something on, Disney movie, whatever they're watching, and they're giggling, or they're playing with something and they're laughing. A beautiful sunset after a difficult day. A community that refuses to let you walk alone. Blessing, as we've talked about over and over, is not the absence of difficulty. It's the presence of meaning within it. One of the greatest spiritual discipline, I don't know if that's the right word, is learning to notice what's already here. Because what we pay attention to shapes us. If we only focus on what's missing, then life begins to feel defined by the scarcity, by the lack of. If we intentionally notice the goodness, then gratitude has the ability to quietly grow. With that said, it doesn't mean ignoring pain, because Judaism never asks us to pretend. We cry, we mourn, we wrestle, we ask questions, hard ones. But we also train our eyes to notice blessing. Not because life is perfect, not because blessing is often quieter than hardship. It asks us to look more carefully. And maybe that's why Moses began with this commandment to see. Not because blessing is difficult to find, because we're distracted by everything else. So many of us have been to, let's just say, it's an example, Disney. You get to the gate to enter, and your eyes are lit up. You don't know where to go first. You're so excited. It is the magic of Disney. Right? We see it. It's amazing. Through the eyes of a child, even better. But often, by the time we get to the gate to enter, we're over it. We can no longer see the magic of Magic Kingdom because the line was long, the parking was expensive, the tickets are ridiculous, it's hot, I can't remember where I parked my car when we come out of there. The lines are long, the food is yuck, whatever it is. We're distracted by everything else that we lost the magic that we longed for. But it's right there in front of us. We can't see it. Friends, as we begin this week, what blessing has been quietly sitting in front of us, but we haven't noticed it? Moses places before the people the choice, not only between blessing and curse, but between two ways of seeing the world. May we cultivate eyes that notice goodness, hearts that recognize blessing, and spirit that remains open to the quiet miracles unfolding every day around us. Because sometimes the greatest blessings aren't something new. It's finally seeing what's been there all along. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love and joy. We love you. We're going to see you back here tomorrow for all that. Let's see, for all of you, those of you that are here, we're grateful that you're here. We'll be back here. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 9:30. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for hanging on with the sound trouble.